Hello there, good afternoon everyone. It is Tuesday the 19th of November 2024. It is about 1 p.m. and I am here outside the Everton Stadium down at Bromley Dock to have a look at the stadium, do a little midweek video. I'm going to do it today because I have a bit of time, so I'm going to get up in the air, cover some of the questions, comments, points of interest put over to me. We're also going to have a little look at the North Stand, because Everton released yesterday on their app and website, on their feeds, about information about the North Stand, and they said they're going to start sharing information about each stand and what facilities and everything each stand has. They started with the North, so we're just going to have a little look at that as well whilst we're up in the air. But we'll get up now, start the video. Let's get up there and have a look. It's cold, so we're going to get on with it. Let's get up there. Okay, everybody, you see, again, straight up in the air, up overlooking the East Stand and Plaza. Just check out where they're up to with this step. It's almost like the last thing to be done on the East Plaza now, and pretty much everywhere else too, to be totally honest with you. They're cracking on really well with that though. Yeah, doing really well. Just doing the blue brick at the top, looking really good. Still a big question as to what statues are going there. Going to be really interesting to find that out, isn't it? So I'm going to get into some of your questions and comments. When I say some of your questions and comments, what I've done today is I have picked out David Badcock's points of interest that he shares each and every video that everybody enjoys, and every now and again. So I like to share other people's and do theirs, but David's got like 11 points of interest from my last video, and the reason why I've picked David this week is because it was his birthday. On his comments at the weekend, he says, a moment of self-reflection, off to celebrate my birthday with family. So on that note, we will do David's points of interest today and wish him a very happy birthday, as I did at the weekend. You had a good birthday, David. So we'll make a start, and first up, sorry, my phone's just gone off. My hands are getting cold already as well, which is not ideal. It's probably going to be up in the air for about 20 minutes. So first up, David has said, from past evidence, we know you can fly your drone over from the Wirral to the Mersey Wall outside Bromley Dock, but somehow it was surprising how far you could fly over the land area for some great long perspectives of the stadium. I enjoyed the new perspective at 349 mins the most in this video. It's a great shot of the docks area that is still under development, and it's a great reminder as to why the stadium's brick and panel facade is so reflective of the area. And then he said, a moment of self-reflection, I'm off to celebrate my birthday with family. So yes, David, that shot you were on about was when I come all the way down from, it was like over there. But what I did, just so you know, you say it's surprised you how far we could fly, but I did. So when I started the flight there, but I positioned myself around that area there. So I kind of took the drone halfway. I took it over there, brought it halfway, then I took it back to myself and restarted and went on. So yeah, but it is good to see. That's what I tried to do on my last video, David, and I'm glad you picked up on it, as did others. But it was to just show the different shots from different angles. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, as did quite a lot of people mentioned it as well. Thank you very much for that. Moving on to your points of interest, here's the first four. Number one, you've said at 2:55, it's a lot of material sitting on the flatbeds, and one has to wonder if it's materials coming in or excess waiting to leave site. Likewise, the materials sitting next to the pump house at 2:57 mins, we can see this includes two shiny metal door-like structures. Well, David, the flatbeds are all down here that you referred to. And to be fair, they've gone. The two metal door-like structures are there, aren't they? Sitting next to the pump house. I don't know, how you say metal door-like structures, kind of look like maybe fence panels as well. Like the fence panels used to have, like, further down. sure we had like fence panels out front. Remember where like these sections, the entrances would have the fence panels around them? No, it's not that different, they're black. No, so that's me talking rubbish once again. But yeah, I've noticed them as well, David, those panels there. And then there were, on my video at the weekend, there were a lot more flatbeds up, like queued up here, with materials on. But they've gone, so I think we can guess they either offloaded, but I can't see any more materials delivered to site, or, as you suggested, it was excess materials that has been taken away. I think that's probably more likely it. It's starting to remove things from site and make it a lot cleaner. Doesn't mean it doesn't look like such a clean site, doesn't it? Mention that so much. I like a clean site. Okay, so your point of interest number 2, you've said at 3 minutes 10, they're cracking on with the completing of the laying of the last few lengths of heritage rails at the southeast corner. So we'll just get over that way now and have a look. Move closer to it. It's down here you're seeing, isn't it, David? All down here, you're right, they are cracking onto it, and it's getting close to completion, isn't it? Then they'll have to finish off the paving around it, so not quite there yet. Remember, we are close to handover as well, but there are still, you know, bits like this to be done. So until we see that all completed, I don't think the handover is possible. But yeah, they're definitely cracking on with it, and they're all in. The rails look like they're pretty much in. Just doing the rest of the works, the finishing works around it. Good spot though, good spot. Point of interest number 3, you've said at 4 minutes 41, the 2 large panel frames lying on the ground are particularly noticeable. They are going to fill the 2 remaining large service hatches in the panel and brick facade, which are located at the top back under the viewing gallery. One directly in line with these frames and the other at the mirrored southwest end. We can see a cherry picker unloading the hatch at 4:57 mins. So okay, let's get round here where you're on about. I'm going to bring the drone down a bit. I'm high up, I'm like 97 metres up, so we're just going to come down a little bit. And it's these that you were referring to there, I believe, David. These 2 frames lying on the floor, I believe that's what you're referring to. So you've said that they're the 2 large main service hatches in the panel and brick facade, which are located at the top. And you've said the top, which is located at the top back under the viewing gallery. So is that literally, is it up here then, David? Sorry, apologies, or is it up there? There you go, because the viewing gallery would be there, or is it under this section? Just intrigued there myself. I'm not sure where they're going. Can't really, you know, if I come lower, it looks like I'm going down really fast, but that's because I'm zoomed in. But what you have said is at 4:57, so when we were further up this end, you said there was a cherry picker loading hatch. Now the cherry picker, it was like, it's not that one, obviously. I think that's doing work on those end barrel clad sections. Where I seen the cherry picker was like, it was that one there. That's not a cherry picker though, is it? That's like a what do you call it, a scissor lift, is it? So David, yeah, I'd be very, very grateful, and I think others might be as well, if you could just confirm exactly where those hatches are going, please. Or maybe others are watching saying, Nick, we know damn well where he means, and it's just me that doesn't. That's entirely possible. Entirely possible. Doing some work on the turnstiles there. Yeah, very grateful for that, David. Good spot on the hatches. I know the hatches you mean. See them on the floor, but don't know exactly where you mean they're going, so I do apologise, as I often do have to. So you've said at 6 minutes 18, that was somebody going past in a blue Clio. If that was you, giving me a beep and waving. Hello to you. Point of interest number 4, at 6 minutes 18, I wonder when they will start installing the single handrails up the centre lines. Hi mate, you alright?
You're not DJ Audits, are you?
I'm not DJ Audits, no.
You're another one, are you?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Mr. Drone. Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, not bad, you?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Leave it to it then.
Alright, cheers buddy. Take care mate. Somebody looking for DJ Audits. Funny, so you another one, are you? Okay, so point of interest number 4, 6 minutes 18. I wonder when they will start installing the single handrails up the centre lines of the wide steps on the west terrace. Talking down here. Well, there you go, David. Started. There's one. They've made a start on that there. I think that looks like the only one for now, or that we find any more. And there's another one there. So there's a couple. So just those couple for now. But there you go, David, that answers your question, doesn't it? You said you wonder when they'll start. And it looks like they've made that start, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on those handrails going up those steps. Good to see these final touches, isn't it? Finishing touches. Moving on here, point of interest number 5. You've said that's 6 minutes 21 to 6:37. We can see that they have planted a large number of shrubs. Your guess is privet hedging in the borders that are designed to separate pedestrians and vehicles on the West Quay, with very small ones on the balustrade that runs along the DNOC to the northern end of the quay. The UV light arrays will be parked just north of the DNOC when they're not in use. Okay, so you're saying the UV light arrays will be parked up there. That's the pitch lights, yeah? That's where they're going to be parked, up this area. I suppose it makes sense because the access is still like the north west corner, that area, isn't it? So if they bring them out over the bridge and park them out the way there, is that what you're saying, David? Yeah. And then you're talking about these the privet hedging here. So we can get a bit more focus on that. So about the smaller privet hedge in there. Just adds a little bit, doesn't it? Nice little touch. But you've said there's larger ones down in this area here. And yeah, there is all round there, look. Yeah, looking really good. Another good spot. Another very good point of interest for us there. Where were we up to? Number 8. No, number 6, but it's 8 minutes 02. It's good to see they've started fitting the panels. Actually, it's down here, isn't it? Fitting the panels to the top of the large northwest wind baffle structure, as the gates are expected to be porous and the rest of the fencing is. It's a little surprising, they're solid panels. So that's down here. You've said, yeah, there's solid panels going across the top of this structure. I see what you mean when you say it's surprised that there's solid panels though, David, as well, because we know it's there to be a wind baffle. So solid panels, you think, are going to take some wind potentially, aren't they? But as you say, still good to see another finishing touch coming in there. That's another good spot. We're going to come round now because we're now going to the north stand, I believe. You've said at 8:11 they've completed the concrete protective bases around the black posts. Yeah, so this is down here. Oh, there's that wind baffle structure as well. We've got a better view on that there. Let's have another look at that. It's funny where they put, like, still baffles me, they put like one there, but yet leave them two. There's as Lango Rourke told me when I had the tour and the meeting with them, there's a reason for everything, but it just I will never know what it is. So the concrete protective bases around the black posts there, all complete. The next one, number 8, you've said the repaint of the steels both above and below the overhang seems to be taking forever. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? The number of paint layers added must make them much larger when installed. Yeah, so you're talking like even up here and that, David, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it's taken a while, that, isn't it, to do that? Again, sure there's a reason. Just don't know what it is. Number 9, at 8:23 minutes, we can see a signpost in line with the north stand. Accessibility burst outdoor. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm unsure. I couldn't find this. Oh, there. Yeah, well, okay, yeah. Signpost installed, yeah. That's a great spot. That I looked back on my video and couldn't even see that. I can see it now using the zoom. Sorry, my drone's going to zoom all the way in here because signal has just got a little bad. Zoom out there. We'll move on. Move on to your next ones, which is number 10. You've said at 8:45 minutes, another signpost next to the lighting post. But please install the last 3 pieces of trapezoid shaped flags around the base of the last column. Well, David, yes, so here's another signpost here. The same thing. It's going to be interesting to see what they put on these signposts, isn't it? We will keep an eye on it. But that last trapezoid there, said they've got another 3 pieces to put in. And that's been outstanding for a while as well. Another thing that's just taken them a while. It will be done, like. You just can't explain why it takes so long sometimes. Last but not least, we've got number 11. At 9:25 minutes, we can see that they've installed 12 TV and radio commentators work desks on the main TV platform. The plan suggests there'd be 17. So that's down here, isn't it? People walking on the pitch. The pitch was completely out of access to foot traffic for a while, but they're having a good look at it. So hang on though. He said they've installed 12 desks. Is that down here, is it then, David? Sorry. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And this one's missing a screen, I can see. Yeah, probably 12. And the main plan suggested 17 on there, did it? There's definitely room for more, isn't there? Some space between them all, so I think there's definitely room for more. Wouldn't surprise me if we see more going in. But David, thank you very much. Let's just have a little look at the pitch. Rude not to whilst we're here. David, thank you very much for all of those points of interest. Wish you a very happy birthday for last weekend. I think it was on Sunday, that's when the video came out. So happy birthday to you. I'm sure everybody else, a lot of people did wish you happy birthday as well. And thank you for your points of interest and all of your help throughout this project. I just now want to look at, as I said, have a look, if you haven't seen it already, check out the Everton website and all their social media, because they did say that this week they're going to start sharing news and information about each stand and its facilities and everything. So the first one they done was the North Stand. I'm not going to read out everything to you because it's readily available for you to read, but I just want to point out where we'll have access to, or where people in the North Stand will have access to. So it does say the North Stand is a 2-tier stand, has 3 levels, with season ticket members on the ground level. Oh, it's down there. And level 2 up there behind the screen, but when you're in the seat you're not behind the screen. And the dedicated family stand on level 1. So level 1 dedicated family stand is there. And visiting supporters also have their own self-contained stand there, okay, on level 1. Home supporters will access the North Stand via turnstiles, either the East Stand or the North, East and North East corners, down there and up there. Right, so level O, so that's ground level, like this section down here. It says Evertonians who purchased in the lower tier of the North Stand will enter the stadium via turnstiles in the East Stand. Accessible entrances are adjacent to the turnstiles. So if you're down here, you're going to be entering in the East Stand, down this stand here. But it also says that all supporters on level O will have access around the stadium on this level into the East and the South concourses and Southwest corner, giving access to even more food and drink options and toilet facilities available. So if you're down here, ground level, you will have access from here, from this corner here, inside the stadium, all round. You'll be able to go all round here, zoom out, all round, staying on the bottom level of course, all round the east, round the south, up to the southwest corner. That is some area, so bear in mind now when we're at Goodison Park, we've literally just got access behind us wherever we are. So that is some area to have access to. Moving on, so it says the family stand there is the only section for home supporters on level 1. So it's like up here, this section. It is access via turnstiles in the north corner of the west stand. Accessible entrances and lifts are adjacent to the turnstiles. So it's only the family stand members or ticket holders that will access that, okay? Designated family area. It's the same, so that they've done the same thing. So this is the away supporters on level 1. And that's like an astronaut standing there. So that's the away fans will only have access to that. Okay. Level 2. So when we go level 2 North Stand, it's the bit behind, up behind the screen as we look at it. But as I said, the screen doesn't cover cover any views or anything like that. But it says supporters sitting in the upper tier will enter via 2 banks of turnstiles at the north ends of the east or west stand. So you're going to be entering up here or the other end.
Return to the home point in 10 seconds.
I've got 6 minutes left on my battery, so we'll be alright. I've nearly finished. It says all supporters on level 2 have access. You alright, mate? All supporters on level 2 have access around the stadium on this level into the east and south stand concourses and both corners of the west upper, given access to even more food and drink kiosks and toilet facilities. So if you're up here, you can actually go from like around here on the west all the way round. This is where you get the most access, all the way around the west. The upper levels, like, you've got to be on level 2 all the way around the south and up to the southeast corner, and then it meets hospitality. So that's just amazing. You're going to have access to pretty much the entire stadium, almost. It's really good. When I went over to the Everton, I'm just going to start bringing the drone back. I went over to, not Everton, to the England-Switzerland game in Dusseldorf. And the Dusseldorf stadium was like that, where you could just, once you were inside, you could pretty much walk around the entire stadium. And I tell you, it was really made it such a better experience, because you just have a walk around. You could choose the bars or eateries you went to in that, instead of being restricted to one or two. It's really good. So yeah, as they release more info, guys, I'll share more as well, just to show from the air and that what you'll have access to. Okay, but have a look at the Everton website and app if you've got it. It's really good because it gives you the diagrams of where you'll have access to as well, and they'll soon be releasing I think virtual imagery of the seating as well, so looking forward to that. But guys, we'll finish off there. Okay, everybody, there you go. That was my midweek video of the Everton Stadium down at Bramley Moor Dock, covering a lot of points and interests put over by David Badcock. It was his birthday. It was your birthday, David. Weekend just gone, so how could I not choose your comments for today's video? So thank you very much for that. Your points of interest and everything have been very, very useful to all of us. So yeah, and once again, I hope you had a good birthday. The other thing, looking at the info on the north stand that Everton have released, really good info, you know. So if you haven't had a look yet, do have a look at that. It's really good, and they said they're going to be releasing more on each stand, so I'm going to be keeping my eye out for that and have a look at it. There are a few points of interest that David mentioned that had actually been changed, haven't there? Like the low loaders that had a lot of things on that had gone. So on that note, I was going to say I might pop back tomorrow, but I might not. So what I'll do, I'll keep an eye on the comments section tonight after this video, and tomorrow morning, if there's enough comments that you've seen something in this video that you want me to go and have another look at, a closer look, a zoomed look, or whatever, please comment. I'll keep an eye on it. If there's enough interest and people saying they want me to pop back tomorrow, I will. Otherwise, next it'll be my full weekly fly around. I'm also, we've got Brentford this weekend, haven't we? I'm debating whether to do a live watch along for it or actually go to the game. Obviously, my preferred option is to go to Goodison, to go to the game and do my live match day vlog. But quite a lot of people have said, will you do your live watch along for us? So let me know. I'm gonna have to gauge it, but I think it'll be a. How do you not go to Goodison? Do you know what I mean? But gotta give the people what they want. So you guys let me know again. Guys, thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe. And yeah, let me have any comments if you want me back here tomorrow. So have a look at things. Otherwise, it'll be the weekend. Take care, everyone. Bye now.